Hello friends, welcome in. Happy Wednesday, hope you're all having a good one. We are back with the Elden Ring A-Z, continuing this little challenge. We are very close to finishing the game with our first weapon, the Academy Glintstone Staff. So we're going to hop right into it because I've got Minecraft Bingo coming up at 5 o'clock today, so in about 3 hours time. We play Minecraft Bingo with Ollie, Martin, Eloise, Jimmy, and Mythical Sausage, I think. So we've got a pretty good crew today. Going to do some 2v2s and 3v3s in Minecraft Bingo on the server. Exciting times. So, when we last left Aaron G. Stone, our errant sorcerer, he was at the Church of Repose, having just been killed by the fire giant. Since then, I've made a couple of minor changes. I've just upgraded stuff to the point where I've got a decent amount of, like, smithing stones. This is now at plus 21. I've rejigged my spells, so I'm using Founding Rain of Stars now. I've also got the Glintstone Crease weapon skill figured out, so you can do a stab follow-up after Glintstone Dart, which is really fun. And honestly, Glintstone Dart might replace some of the Swift Glintstone Shard and Comet Shard spells, because they're sort of similar skills, but we don't really have a whole lot to replace them with, except maybe Terra Magica, which I'm maybe considering doing at some point. I also went around and beat a couple of bosses. So I got to Mount Gelmir, and where is Mount Gelmir? Over here. Yeah, I did the Falling Star Beast fight that takes place here, so I could get some smithing stones. I did the one in Celia Crystal Tunnel as well, again for the smithing stones. And there are large sections of the map that are probably going to remain covered for this, because I don't expect that we will do a great deal besides just rush for the ending at this point. I'm going to activate my Great Rune, just because it gets me a ton more health. And we're going to head off for our rematch with the Fire Giant, which might go a little differently. It's still a tricky fight. We could also choose to summon Alexander, because he is there and will draw a little bit of aggro. I haven't leveled up any of my Ashes summons, though. Like, I haven't done, like, a full upgrade on any of those. Any of the, like, Spirit Ashes, but we'll see how we do. Maybe with Alexander on our side this time, just to speed things along. Because after Fire Giant, of course, we have Godskin Duo and Maliketh to worry about. So if we summon Alexander, we can't use the horse anymore. But honestly, the horse wasn't doing too great for us last time. So we're just going to head in here, probably do a Founding Rain of Stars. I dodged the first attack this time, though, which is better. So obviously here his weak ankle is the spot we need to be aiming for, but if we're able to get a Rain of Stars off, then I think we need to be, like, relatively close to him for this. There we go, and then it starts falling. And it's not doing a whole bunch from this range, but there we go, that's the stuff. I'll see if Shard Spiral does anything to his ankle. The problem is he turns when you do stuff like that. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see where we can find an opening to pull off a really big spell. And it's difficult when he's putting these trickier ones out, but you know, maybe if I manage a Comet Azure here. Oh dang it, he's on the rock, that's the problem. And the Founding Rain happens where you are, not where the enemy is, so that's also something to bear in mind. Well, while Alexander is distracting him, maybe we can, yeah, get some good hits on that ankle. Nice. I'm doing a touch more damage. I haven't really done any leveling, but I've upgraded my my staff, so that's probably scaling the sorceries a little better. I think we can probably get in here and just do a couple more basic. Yeah, there we go. We got the stagger. At this point, he's probably going to go second phase. There we go, got it. I'll skip the cutscene because we saw this yesterday. And now, if we can get a Founding Rain of Stars on him while he's doing this... Youch. Yeah, that missed. That went over him. Never mind. Luckily, Alexander is still looking pretty healthy. Alright, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, bait him into it. Alright, not bad. Oh, we got a stagger. We got a stagger. Incredible. I don't know where we can really crit him, so I'm just going to move in and do a couple of heftier sorceries. This is looking good, though. Need to refill my FP. I also need to go and get the flask upgrade that lets you cast spells without mana consumption, because that's really useful for Comet Azure. But Alexander, definitely the distraction we needed here. I keep aiming for his hands, that's the problem. I should be aiming for the face. Oh, so close. Can't afford to take lethal damage here. He says, almost taking lethal damage. Alexander literally needs to land one hit. There we go. Alright. Best boy does the job. Fire Giant felled. Not bad. Not bad. We got the Remembrance. We got tons of runes, which will probably level me up like once at this stage. I can finally summon Torrent again. Yay, bonus stream. Yes. Today we are going to be streaming Minecraft Bingo a little bit later, so I thought I'd get Elden Ring in beforehand instead of spending my whole evening. Check out the runes, by the way. We have 18, 18, 18, which is pretty funny. I think I'm going to add another point to Intelligence, because that's going to help me with a little extra sorcery. And now we're off to Farum Azula. Is Alexander the one that said the volcano wasn't hot enough? Yes, so what he was looking for was this. This is the Flame of Ruin. A flame hot enough to burn the tree at the center of the world. And was effectively contained here long ago when the Golden Order was established and the Elden Ring came into the power of Marika. I always felt very precarious riding the horse up these chains. It sort of feels like you could fall off at any moment, so it's a little bit rough, but fortunately the horse can double jump. And like most people, I thought you had to ride directly into this cauldron, and that central like pile of ashes in the middle was our destination. But instead you're supposed to ride around. If you go off the edge of this, you just straight up die. Like there's a kill plane maybe like a foot into this thing. You've been playing a bit of bingo as well, Nix? That's awesome. Yeah, I've not played for ages. It's going to be nice to catch up with the folks and do a little bit of bingo. Never played or watched Elden Ring before, so it's like you're speaking a different language, but the vibes are good? Yeah, like... I like this game a great deal. I do not expect that people will need to know a whole lot about it to enjoy what we're doing here. It's amazing how few runes that gets you, considering. Let's go maybe one more upgrade if we can swing it. Yeah, I reckon we can manage that with the runes I've got. And obviously we're going to get a few as we go through Farum Azula, but I also want to upgrade now before stuff just comes out of the woodwork and kills me. I would have jumped for the center as well. Yeah, like, you're supposed to spot the grace on the other side, but it's actually kind of difficult to spot, strangely enough. Right, yeah, we got plenty of runes now. That's good. And if we talk to Melina, that kicks off the next segment. We're on 68 magic, not too bad. And, yeah, 5,000 runes left. Cool. Alright, let's talk to Mel for the final time.
I have long observed the lands between.
Can blame Zelda for the tendency to run headfirst into a volcano? Yes.
And death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared? to commit a cardinal sin. Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
So she's talking about burning the Erd Tree, which is the only way that it will let us into the center of the Erd Tree to claim the Elden Ring for ourselves. And while she's doing that, we get sent off to a distant land. It's never fully explained why, but I take it as, like, whatever power is at work in this world wants you gone as far away as possible, basically. Oh, the face cam froze again. Let me fix that. Give me a second. Sorry, any USB noises that happen or jitters in the stream. There we go. That should be coming back in just a second.
O Erd Tree, you shall burn.
Okay, there we go. Cool. Hopefully it should stick around.
Burn for the sake of the new Lord.
In Ocarina of Time, you do get a special tunic that lets you withstand the heat. In Elden Ring, you just get Flame Drake Talisman +3.
Thank you for guiding me here.
The character is turning into Denethor? A little bit, yes. Also, the fact that she already has, like, burns on her hands implies maybe this has happened before.
The one who walks alongside flame.
Was I playing as an astrologer? Yes. So we're playing with the Academy Glintstone Staff. And I'm trying to make each build kind of thematic around the weapon. But the goal is to play through Elden Ring and beat the game with every weapon. Not, like, solo that weapon. Like, we're not going to just do a staff-only playthrough, but the staff is supposed to be the star of the show. And then after this, we'll move on to the Alabaster Lord's Sword, and then the Albinauric Bow, and then the Albinauric Staff, and so on and so forth. It is going to take me a while. I decided if it's... if I manage one playthrough a week, it would take me 6 years. And that doesn't even count the DLC weapons. We might end up combining some playthroughs later where it makes sense, but for now, I just want to play this game in a few different ways, because I always stick to the same play style every time I play, and there's so many cool weapons that I never really gave a chance when I played through this game more casually, so I'm going to try my best to mess around with some stuff and see what I was missing the whole time, you know? That's really the goal. Smithing Stone 8, so that means we can upgrade the staff once I'm able to return to the round table hold. And that's why I use my runes. Although obviously we can get our runes back from this spot, it's not difficult, but yeah. I got lucky a couple of times landing on exact pixels of terrain, and now it seems that luck has run out. Gonna buy the game this week, first time playing a Souls game. This was my first Souls game too. I've played a bit of Sekiro, but never got any further than like the first like flashback memory. And yeah, honestly, this game I am absolutely in love with. Hence my desire to play it 300 more times. Anyway, welcome to Farum, Azula. There's a lot of dragons here. We're about to meet one of them. We'll probably just run past him, to be honest. I see no reason to stand and fight. But we also have to deal with these guys. So I assume Stars of Ruin is going to be our best friend in this area, because I think these guys can dodge pretty well. Yeah, they seem pretty dodgy, don't they? Get off the cliff. Get off the cliff. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's going to work quite well too. Nice. I'm doing this in a very astrologer way where I avoid combat as much as possible and stay at range, but let me drink my potion. Let me drink my potion. There we go. I do also have a dagger. Should probably be using that more. The other thing I maybe need to do, aside from finding the Wondrous Physic Flask that lets me have near infinite FP, I want to make sure that I've got all of the upgrades that I will need for the flasks. Have all of the sacred tears and stuff. Let me lock onto this guy. Hello? This guy has bonus runes. I want to kill him. Oh, there we go. Hate IRL astrology, but this is dope. Yeah, this mainly involves casting spells at people, which is not too bad. The reason you're an astrologer is because a lot of the magic in Elden Ring comes from glintstones, and glintstones are supposed to be like fallen star energy or something, so... Almond Zian, thank you so much for the resubs, by the way. Thank you so much. Sorry if I'm not reading notifications as much. Sometimes the action in this game gets away from me, or the music makes it difficult to hear sub-notifications and stuff. So hopefully that's not too much of a problem. Right, so big dragon about to come down from the sky. I will do my best to avoid it. We don't have access to the horse right here, so... we're just going to run on through, using the usual dragon avoidance tactics, and of course it does a thunderbolt right here by this item that you want, which is dragon wound grease. But once we're up here, we're relatively safe, and there should be another site of grace just beyond this. We're getting smithing stone 8s as well, which is good. That's what I need. We'll have a lot of those here. Yeah, +9 flasks will probably be okay. I just, I want to get the most out of heals that I feasibly can. Okay, so that would basically two-shot them if I could land the second one. Okay, and that, the follow-up wasn't necessary. Awesome. Good, good. We are making our way. Slow and steady. You'll have to forgive me for not knowing my way around here super well, because I don't spend a lot of time in Farum Azula, or I haven't on too many other playthroughs. But I'm just going to try and make a beeline for Godskin Duo where I can. Oh good, worm faces. Ah, okay. Almost insta-killed me. Good thing they didn't. Pretty sure my vitality stat is not going to be great right now either, so yep. Unfortunate. Bingo will be happening in about 3 hours at 5 PM UK time. So if you want to come back for that, entirely understand. Where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. Sleeping behind the coffin. Now he's sleeping in the coffin. Yeah, I'm hoping that coming out this way is what takes me to Godskin Duo. I can't remember. Don't really know the way. Oh, that's a good one. Heroes Rune 2. At least the elevators are running smoothly. Yeah, we have the map here so we can sort of see the spiral that we're supposed to take to get here. I think it's the other way through that building. Yeah, I might double back once I've gotten some revenge here. I say revenge, what I really mean is try to survive. Okay, well that confirms that it's not worth going back this way, because now my runes are gone too, so... Let's not worry about that part. Be able to sneak through here. Aha. No fights. No fights, no problem. So going this way... Oh, cool. Dragon prayer books. Not going to need those. Not doing incantations. Another grace immediately. And if this guy lets me rest... Okay, he doesn't. How about I rest now? Assuming Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike is going to be a thing for the Gravelstone Seal? Yeah, I mean, anything that's like, this boosts lightning incantations, I'll be like, yes please. Okay, at this stage, we are going to run through these guys, make a beeline for the next Site of Grace. And I don't think we need to be up here. I think we need to be down there, yeah? Yeah, it's like here. Hoop. Ah! They've seen me. Just gonna head over here. Like, I could genuinely spend 3 or 4 hours in Farum Azula just going around and getting all of the stuff. But I don't plan to. The only chance of that happening, really, is if I really need more upgrades to make it through the next couple of boss fights. And I'm not certain that I will. Man, these guys have a lot of poise. Yeah, I don't really know how Godskin Duo is going to go, but we're going to find out. And... what else will I need? I guess I could probably... I don't know if you can grease this weapon, but I could probably get the stuff I need to make some sleep pots if it goes badly for me. Yeah, I don't have the FP restoring tier. I forget where you get that one. But there's a couple of the Erdtree avatars that I haven't fought, so it might be... We've fought that guy. It might be this one. It might be the one in Northern Liurnia. It might be there. But I think that one gives you, like, the elemental affinity ones. So I'm not certain. Anyway, I have enough smithing stones that I can get to plus 22 now, so I might quickly head back to the round table hold since I have this grace. And,
Take a look. Don't worry. I'll continue, which is why, and his roots, he won't, his shackle, his high top.
Roderica is, concerned about Hugh.
I knew you'd pay out your own.
Nice.
When you listen, as I've always said, you came to challenge the demigods and their god. And as long as you do, I will always smith your weapons. It is what I wish.
Alright. If that's what you wish, then that's what we're doing, bud. From an ulcerated spirit near Volcano Manor. Oh, is it that one? Oh god. Okay, maybe we can do that. Maybe we'll do that before we do Ashen Capital. Because honestly, having an infinite Comet Azure is pretty fun. What's going to be the best thing to deal with this guy? Comets, maybe? Probably not. Probably just Stars of Ruin again. Hey, at least my runes are only right here, and there aren't that many of them. Okay, he's just burning that staircase for no good reason. Stop all that spear waving. Big goofball. Alright, not really much we can do except go and get this fight started, so onwards and inwards, hey? I don't know how much Founding Rain of Stars is going to do if we're inside this place. But we'll see. Decent opener. It's nice when they line up like that. I think Shard Spiral will be good as well, because doesn't it go through, like, obstacles and stuff? Yeah, that's kind of nice. Keep him on the other side of the pillar. Oh, yikes, kind of left myself open for that one. I always hate that attack too. And he never stops. Okay, these guys are mopping me up at the moment, which is a problem. I've let one too many fireballs hit me, I think. Oh, boo. Yeah, they're not letting me get a bigger attack off. Okay. Okay, I think I have a strat. And yes, this guy is good at demolishing the columns. You can drop down behind this last side of grace as well. Oh, down here? Ah. See, that's not something I've done before, I don't think. Do you have to drop into this, like, second platform first? Yeah, you do. But then you can get to a site of grace that's, like, right next to them. That's cool. So how do we get down here without dying? I guess jump to that set of stairs and then use that as like an intermediate platform, huh? Makes sense. That still felt pretty high, but we made it. So you've got to fight through some knights around here, but then we have a site of grace next to Godskin Duo. These guys I think I can handle. Famous last words. Well, if I'm going to get a grace anyway, I might as well use all my healing flasks now, right? There's one guy over here. There's probably another waiting to ambush. Or maybe not. Well, if you're going to let me set up, I'm going to deliver. And somehow the coffin in front of me prevented me from getting a clear shot. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, Azula Beastman. And then I presume we go in here. I want to go home. That's funny. So here's another grace. And I presume we're just like up those stairs and inside. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever got this one. That's really funny. Appreciate the heads up. Oh, and there's a summon here. Who's this? Oh! Banal can help you with this fight? I had no idea. Huh. Interesting. Well, having somebody else for this fight is probably going to be a good thing, so... Oh, ouch. Yeah, I knew I was going to get poked a second time. That was not going to land well. Keep discovering new things every run, and that is one of the great things about this game, and one of the reasons I'm committed to playing it several hundred times. Or I would like to, at least. Yeah, I'm definitely having Banal for this. If I'm not using the sleep pot strategy, I'm definitely summoning somebody. Again, I don't care about my runes so much, but I like having distractions off the battlefield, so... We'll do that. Okay, cool. And Banal is going to keep them both over there. Oh, they're just perfectly lined up for that. And now they're both mad at me. I think Stars of Ruin is going to be worth using a lot in this fight as well, even though it's a little expensive. Alright, big one's down. Obviously the other one's going to re-summon him in a minute. But at least now I can set up on one person. And deal a truckload of damage before they bring back the other guy. Oh. And he can obviously do the same to me, but... Okay, other fella's coming back soon. There he is. Somehow I targeted him in time. Yes. Yes. Stagger the man. Okay, this is going a lot better. Wait for Apostle to come back. Oh, Noble came back before Apostle did. That's new. Alright, this should be it, though. Okay, they've got a sliver of health left. Swift! Banal, absolutely MVP. What a legend. You're recused, sir. Je recuse. Alright, that's Godskin Duo. Yeah, nice. Okay. So now we have the correct amount of intelligence. Which way do we leave? How do we get out of here? I forget which door it is. I think it's one of the ones adjacent to the Grace. There's some stairs that lead down. And is it out here? That's where we're headed to. And this is the bit that you can jump over if you have Melania's weapon art. I see you. I see you. I saw you. And I'm leaving. Oh, I was leaving. I was leaving. Then you got me absolutely trapped. Help. Almost rolled off the cliff trying to avoid these lads. Okay, cool. We got one of them down. Turns out you can't really avoid this encounter. Oh, that's a good skill. I like that. We'll remember that for the Glintstone Chris playthrough. To be fair, that playthrough is going to be so long from now, though. So saying I will remember it is optimistic, let's say. But hey, on we move. So satisfying cleaning up these guys from a distance when in my melee-only playthroughs I've done with the Spiked Cestus builds, I had, like, no response to that. I think there's also a thing around the side of this, if I remember correctly. It says, fat coin purse ahead, but be wary of hole, and it's this. Yeah, there you go. Man, the player messages in this game, so helpful. So yeah, we got to cross through here, get into this room, and then there's like an elevator here or something, right? Think that's how that works? And down there is the fight we will not be attempting. Can't wait for the Zamor curved sword run in 2040. I'm looking forward to Zweihander, personally. Is it this way? I think it might be this way. Are we including DLC weapons, though? Probably. And by the time the DLC comes out, I will probably only have completed, like, a couple of runs, if that. So, I honestly doubt we're going to be seeing any new additions that fall this early in the alphabet. Unless there are more, like, albinoric weapons. Or if they add a character named Aaron A. Aronson. Which is the other good joke I have. So we need to get into that room there. So we're sort of... Did I roll off the wrong side? Do we have to get down here? Or is it down this way? I forget exactly how we get over there. This part has a lot of, like, similar looking environments, but I think maybe past this Crucible Knight. I haven't fought a Crucible Knight yet. Oh yeah, you know, you jump off this side, don't you? And then there's that section with the dragon who's on low health. Yeah, you jump off here, and then there's a Grace. Perfect. Japanese players were really confused at launch by all the messages that said Fortnite, so it was just English players making nonsense Fortnite memes. I know. I've seen that at Kenneth Heights Fort every so often, and that always makes me laugh. Hey, it's the other enemies that I'm really happy I have ranged options for. Despite which I'm still getting my butt handed to me because birds are the devil in this game. Like how the one with low health was just not paying me any mind there. While his friend just absolutely decks me. And now you're stuck behind a pot, you fool! Okay, so now the dragon gets mad. Now we start dodging thunderbolts. And birds. Ah, oh, the other one got me. Curse you, birds! Curious to see the perfume bottles play through? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the DLC weapons are adding, like, new categories of stuff, right? Alright, you. Yeah, that's right. Get one shot. Get one shot. Comet Shard for the win. Charged Comet Shards. That's what we need. That's the ingredient we've been missing this whole time. This one we can get before the dragon even notices us. That one's not going to land because he's too far away. The one thing that makes astrologer playthroughs remotely difficult is understanding the range of all of these spells. Bird seems incredibly unbothered by all of the lightning bolts. That bird's not even going to come at me. I'm just gonna wait for this storm to pass, I think. Yo, 02 Hero, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Oh gosh, that's not going to end well for me. Yikes. Drink, drink, drink. Oh, Shard Spiral hit him though. Nah. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, whew. Oh, we did it. Oh god, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Oh, good. Oh. Oh. Okay, cool. We got there. We got there finally. Could do with another Sight of Grace immediately, please. And a somber smithing stone. That'll do nicely. All these ancient dragons around, leaving me ancient dragon smithing items. Okay, so I think this gets us up into the bridge. We have to fight the Draconic Tree Sentinel there, and then Maliketh, who I'm not certain how we're going to fight, but it's probably going to involve Stars of Ruin, if I had to guess. A jumpy one. Oh, hello. You're here too, I guess. Oh, I had no mana. I had no mana, and I attempted a magic. That was bad. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Try now. Wrong flasks, wrong flasks. Okay. Did not equip myself particularly well there. Did not cover myself with honor, but yet somehow we have survived. Oh, I remember. This is where the Placidus Axe fight can happen. I remember now. And this guy is here to ruin my day. Well, I say, Stars of Ruin your day. And if that fails, there's always the other one. Yeah, he is there to basically prevent you from walking across this, which you must do very slowly. I'm also not going to take any chances with this guy. And then probably get jumped by the guys in the corners. But that's fine, because now I have this, and I leave. Get to the elevator, that's all we need. Perfect. Grace at the top of this. And we're through. We're not going to fight Placidus Axe, because there's really no need for me to do that on this run. And my gear is limited enough that I'm not certain I would have the best chance. See you later, Zero. Have a good one. Thank you so much for bringing your folks over. Thank you if you're sticking around for the raid. My name is Pixel Riffs. I'm normally a Minecraft streamer, but I have been bit by the DLC bug for Elden Ring like everybody else, and I want to try a few different playthroughs of this game. So we are playing through with every weapon in alphabetical order, which will take a very long time if we want to complete the game with every weapon. But I thought it would be kind of fun to do. Can we go through this way to get anything cool? I'm mainly looking for smithing stones, because we've got, like, 2 more smithing stones to get this staff to plus 23. Oh, no, this is the Old Lord's Talisman and stuff, right? Like, this is... That's where, if you'd done all of the Volcano Mana stuff, Bernal would invade you. In fact, he'd probably invade you there regardless. Let's just head up here and get our butt kicked by the Draconic Tree Sentinel. I'm going to put a Comet Azure on deck just because he takes a little while to gear up. But we're probably going to have Stars of Ruin after that. Yep. Oh, dang it. Okay, Now we're talking. If we can roll through his attacks, then that's a good thing. Gonna get hit by lightning there. Okay, and then he has a follow-up, of course. I think the horse is cheating, guys. Horse fireballs. Cheating, say I. Okay, I have one more heal left from the Wondrous Physic. Which is useful when I mess up the timing on this roll. Okay, I got a full power cast off that time. We might be okay. Yeah, okay, we did it. Just. Unfortunately, because that guy gives you all his armor, that means he doesn't respawn, so we can go and reset our potions before we have to fight Maliketh. Oh, dear. Yeah, the horse fireballs are the worst. Now, Maliketh is going to be a problem, because he's very maneuverable, and a lot of my spells currently require me to charge up for a long time, so I'm wondering if we can do anything about that. I don't really have particularly fast casting spells aside from Swift Glintstone Shard. Comet Shard is pretty good. Yeah, like, we'll see what we can manage. We'll see what we can pull out here. At least the arena is fairly open, so I think Founding Rain of Stars will still work. It's not very good in tight spaces, but the arena is what it is. Can never manage to beat him first try? Yeah. Yeah, I normally rely on overpowering him a little bit with melee attacks because I'm normally a melee style player, so this is going to be interesting. I might try using a Great Rune at first just to have a little extra health, but then we'll see how this goes. Probably poorly. Yeah, shut up. Also, his attacks are very physical. I don't have a whole lot of physical defense, so this is going to be a rough fight for me at first. Okay, I can get off a couple of fast attacks like that, and it's not terrible. He also doesn't dodge too much. Okay, we're in second phase. That went better than I thought. But then this is where he starts doing flips. Overleveled Moonveil all bosses playthrough, he was easy, yeah.
Oh, death.
Oh, death.
Blade once more.
Is that an Italian Cold Steel Cinque Dia? The real Drawfee fans will know. Just like an anime villain, he starts to get serious? Well, yes, this is my favorite anime. Turns out he was this guy the whole time. The Empyrean Shadow himself. His sword is so good, though. Like, that's another sword that I'm looking forward to using, if we ever get that far. Big puppy, I know. Watching people who are familiar with this fight play this, though, is absurd, because they are so good at dodging these attacks. They're, like, sidestepping and absolutely crushing it. And I'm like, I can't... I tried to set up for a big attack. That was a mistake. Not the magical princess transformation you're expecting. Not so much. I am wondering if I can get another level out of my hero's runes at this point, but I don't think I can. Not that, like, an extra level is really going to push me over the edge here, but I think just having those in my back pocket is going to be kind of helpful, you know? We'll keep Comet Azure on deck for now, but now we don't have his monologue at the beginning. The setup is probably going to be trickier because he will move faster. He's also kind of blocked me on the bridge here, yeah. So that's the other thing. Get further into the arena before you start casting. The other option we have is to go and get the infinite FP flask upgrade. But I kind of wanted to do that after Maliketh, so we'll see. Now we have the grace here, we can come back here anytime, so it's not the biggest deal. You see all of the people trying to fight the Draconic Tree Sentinel. Gotta love a boss that just walks at you slowly at the start of a fight, though. Oh, didn't think that was going to hit me. Never mind. Yeah, his strategy now is, like, don't let me charge up. Ow. Second flask was immediately nullified. Oh, ow. Oh wow, okay, that was fast. Was not expecting that to hit so soon. And immediately get two-shot. How are we going to do this one? Yeah, his random pocket sand does hurt. How are we going to crack this nut? The music is good, yes. The music is top-notch. Honestly, I think if we have infinite FP at the start, we could probably Comet Azure directly into second phase and skip a lot of the dancing around that we have to do. And then I'm wondering if we cast Founding Rain of Stars and then just bounce at the beginning of the second phase. Yeah, now he's caught on. Now he doesn't want any of it. The other option is the shard spiral cheese, I guess. But that's going to break on this furniture, where it didn't in the Godskins fight. Yeah, it stops there. That's a shame. And he's also got quite a slim hitbox for how big he looks. Okay. And they're like 7 billion weapons. There are 308 or something like that. There are going to be more in the DLC. Yes, this is going to take a while. I'm entirely fine with that. I like this game a lot. And we're also maybe going to combine a couple of them later if the playstyles are compatible, but obviously I don't want to do like a great sword build that's also like an int faith weapon or something, so I think the trick is that there are going to be some playstyles that are going to lead us into neat combinations of things that you wouldn't expect. Almost offended this game didn't win Best Soundtrack at the Game Awards, then you heard God of War. Yeah, Bear McCreary is a fantastic composer. He's done so much cool work that, like, the God of War soundtrack is absolutely deserving of all of the hype that it gets. I think I need to maybe focus on casting small spells and avoiding his hits because I have a bit of time to, in theory, roll away. It depends what kind of setup he gives me at the beginning, because if he runs straight at me, like, he's there before I've fully charged comets, so interesting. We could also switch up the spells a little bit. But again, I'm sticking to Glintstone Sorcery because of the weapons, so... What's up, Poisson? Hello, Astral. How's it going? Maliketh and Chadfrey, you have to dance with them and you can't keep spamming? Yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with this. I also did better the first run because I had more health. But I don't want to just keep using Rune Arcs. Yeah, he's getting up in my face real quick now. We're through the honeymoon phase. Oh, and that still caught me. The timing on that is, like, really rough. Is sticking to Glintstone Sorcery a hard rule or something I'm just doing for fun? It's kind of a fun thing. It sort of works thematically with the fact that we're using the Academy Glintstone Staff, and, like, you imagine sorcerers from the Academy wouldn't want to dabble in all of the arcane stuff or gravity magic, and they don't use it. Hence why I'm also dressed as an Academy sorcerer. The main thing is, like, if I spread myself out and start to use all of the magic, then I feel like I'm just gonna have to use the same set of spells again in future playthroughs, right? Like, it's sort of an aspect of the challenge where, like, if I save stuff for later, it's gonna be more rewarding making more like a gravity mage kind of build. Oh, and now he's moving slowly. I hate this guy. The audacity. I recognize that some of it is just him reacting to what I do at the beginning, but I think I also need to be better at reacting to what he's doing at the beginning. Oh, come on. I thought the entirety of that was going to hit the pillar. Let's at least try and get him to phase 2. Okay, he said no to that. Okay, somehow that hit him. Not sure entirely how, but... Okay, I picked a really good time to just start rolling like a god. Sorry I wasn't commentating that, I was just concentrating. Oh, Stars of Ruin, MVP. Incredible stuff. Oh, and like no flasks left at the end of that either, man. Locked in. Thanks, Evie Meyer. I was honestly kind of impressed by it in the end. Here it is, the Rune of Destined Death. It's going to be a new game plus. No, new game for each playthrough is the idea. Because then it makes it really fun figuring out how you get to the weapons that are only available at endgame. Instead of just starting with, like, you know, Hand of Melania and doing an entire New Game Plus playthrough.
Is unbound.
The only thing that's going to be a New Game Plus playthrough is that, like, obviously you need a playthrough for the Elden Beast's Remembrance Sword. I forget what it's called. Some good dodging maneuvers, thank you.
The flames will also burn the impenetrable thorn.
These guys' necks are always so like, oh god, what's happened to you? You've been stretched.
Farewell it is then.
Okay.
You'll be Elden Lord yet.
Sure will. So, I think we need to go and fight the, what do you call it? The Ulcerated Tree Spirit on Mount Gelmir so that we can get the FP upgrade for the flasks. I spent too much time on the rack. I mean, probably. Judging by how people are treated in this game, probably. But, like, we are a boss fight and a half away from beating the game at this stage. R.I.P. Bolt of Gransax. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We'll get there. Anyway, we have runes from that, which is something I often forget. At this point, the returns on Vigor are minuscule. The returns on Mind are pretty good. The returns on Intelligence, probably still okay. But obviously, the cap is, like, 60 and then 80. We could obviously increase stuff like endurance and mind. I think maybe I'll put one into mind. And then we'll have enough runes from the hero's runes to level up. We're also going to use Maliketh's Remembrance because I forget how much this gives us, but we're not going to use... Okay, that's 30k. That's not great, but still. We're not going to use any of his weapons and stuff, so we might as well. That will at least give us a slightly longer cast time on Comet Azure as well. Now we have the Ashen Capital Grace. We'll head over here. Road of Iniquity is the one that takes us down to the aforementioned Tree Spirit. Always great when you can zone in and pull something godly. That's what I hope to do every time, but man, does it not happen very often. So down here, past all of the fires and this worm face, who I will kill with extreme prejudice now that his mates in Farum Azula were messing me up. I do need to get a little closer. I was underestimating quite how sizable he was. Thank you. Now closer to this burned tree. Got a larval tear from that one. Yeah, close to this burned tree. We'll do a Comet Azure, probably. Because there's nothing else around here, and you're like, why are there no enemies to fight? Because this guy is about to be born from the tree in front of you. Okay, that's decent. Reasonable. They normally move around too much for me to want to use a stationary spell like this, but they also have a few moves where they will just kind of stay still, so we can get a decent amount of damage off that way. And there it is. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much to whoever in chat pointed that one out. Capital of Ash. That was quick. Yeah, I got just the right angle on that last move where he didn't hit me with his breath attack, and I just got to crush it. So, happy about that. Now, the Wondrous Physic, we're going to sacrifice the Opaline Bubble Tier, probably. But the FP consumption is going to be worth removing. Oh, again, I forget you can't ride through this. Anyone want to take a quick trip to the sewers? Nah. There might even be a couple of, like, Smithing Stone 8s around here that we could get if we want to do some upgrades. Got another Rune Arc, which I might equip after we fought Gideon. I don't think the Gideon fight is going to be especially difficult, but you never know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle time in the sewers, yeah. This week, the turtles fight the loathsome Dung Eater. And, of course, here he is. This idiot. Of course, the stairs. Oh, we traded. We're going to have to use a lot of Stars of Ruin, I think, because this guy's going to roll a lot otherwise. Also, shout out to him firing off Comet Azures at random angles for a bit there. Also, he's got like one potion. There we go. What a chump.
Cannot become a lord. Not even you.
Yeah, Stars is OP as in PvP fights, so it should be good for NPCs. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've discovered from spending a lot more time on spells and less time on, like, spamming Moonveil that I did in my first playthrough. Yeah, let's put another point into mind. There's Gideon, and probably enough runes left to get another level out of this. Man cannot kill a god skill issue. I mean, that's what Hugh has been trying to do for us the entire time, is make a god-slaying weapon, so... Did I follow any sort of guide when I first played this game? Not at all. In fact, I followed even less of a guide than other people might have, because I did not have online mode switched on, because I was worried about, like... I didn't know the mechanics around invasion, so I thought my game was just going to get invaded constantly, and I ended up turning on... Like, I turned off the online mode, so I didn't even have player messages or bloodstains or anything to, like, warn me what to do or where to go. Or to troll me, I guess. So, yeah, I ended up playing through incredibly unspoiled. It took 130 hours, my first playthrough. And I ended up being a Moonveil spammer. I had basically a mix of a Dex Int build. I knew a little bit going in. Like, talk to NPCs a whole bunch, try and specialize your stats instead of getting a wide spread of, like, you don't need Arcane if you're a Dex Int build like I was. But I know a lot more about the game now. Does the backlight claim follow to next stream? Oh, like if you change the lights in the background? Sure, yeah. Why not? Give me 2 seconds. I need to run and get my phone because I realized it's not in here. So I'm gonna pause it here because this is a nice place to pause it. But it'll only be 2 seconds. There we go. Sorry, my partner's out in town, so I realized if they wanted to get hold of me, my phone was not nearby, and I'm streaming. So, yeah, right. What do we still need to do? Because, like, I actually kind of want to look up where to get 4 more smithing stones. Wait, no, we'd need more than that. We'd need 2 more for this, and then, so we need like 8. I'm wondering if there's a good way of getting those, because I think it would be really fun, and also slightly easier, to, since we've got time, finish the game with the weapon fully upgraded, and have that be, like, one of the conditions for beating the game, maybe? Smithing 8. It's like it has to be upgraded to plus 25 or plus 10 somber. Oh, so many of them are on, like, the Consecrated Snowfield, though. There are 3 in Mogwin Dynasty Mausoleum. Oh, there's a ton in Farum Azula. Okay, cool. You can get them from the... Oh, you can buy them from the bell bearing you get from Godskin Duo. Can you? Let's find out, I guess. I know you can get bell bearings, I just couldn't remember. Oh yeah, the round table holder's looking a bit the worse for wear now, actually. I just couldn't remember if you had to go and find the bell bearing elsewhere. Ladies? Smithing minus bell bearing 4. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Great. That's not a problem then. Let's just crush all the runes I have. That should be for 1. Use both of those. So I can buy 4. We need 4 more. So, yeah, I might need to... go and get, like, a couple more runes from somewhere. Although... that's 8 now. So yeah, we need like 2 more. Yeah, so Watermelon Lord, if you type !A to Z in the chat, you'll see the description of what we're doing here.
Who are you? Oh, now.
Oh, poor Hugh. Oh, now I need the runes to actually upgrade it, so that's also a good point, right? Where can we quickly get some runes from? Probably just kill a couple of things around the mountaintops somewhere. I mean, we could just go back to Mogwin Palace and farm some birds. I guess we can do that quickly too. Do I have any arrows? Yeah, I have plenty of arrows. Okay, cool. Let's go kill some birds real quick. Just for a little extra rune. A little extra spending money. Will I add the whole need to completely level up the weapon to the command? I mean, maybe. I'm not that worried about it, you know? If it turns out that I don't end up doing that, then I'll let myself off the hook, you know? But I think that's going to be a loose goal, let's say, for future runs. Hello? Please? Don't punch yourself off this cliff, thank you. Nailed it. Right in the forehead. An optional quest, yes. Let's get this. I think it'll be worth doing on every playthrough anyway, simply because it'll just make the fights easier, you know? I'm not planning on doing, like, any base gear playthroughs, really. That should be enough, right? I'm not planning on doing any, like, no upgrades playthroughs. So, I think it'll work either way. But we're not going to upgrade any other weapons. I think that's the other stipulation of it, is that, like, if the staff is going to be the star of the show, then I shouldn't be upgrading the Glintstone Chris as well. That bird is the best character in the game. Really is. There we go. Our staff is now plus 25. It is a god-killing weapon. And it is final boss time, baby. I fully expect to get absolutely trashed. At least the first couple of attempts, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. I might also activate this and hope that I don't fall off the tree branch on the way up here. Don't just like slip and fall. Time for vengeance. We don't have to deal with a Black Knife Assassin this time, thank goodness. Really not looking forward to dealing with more of those in future playthroughs where we'll have to get, like, into the Halig tree in places. There's a really great spot in the A to Z of weapons, the weapon comparison table on the Elden Ring wiki that I'm using for all of this, where it goes something like hammer, hand crossbow, hand of Melania. And I'm like, that's going to be 3 very different playthroughs. Very different playthroughs. So now we have to fight Godfrey. And we don't have any friends to help us with this, so, yeah. Alas, he has returned. I kind of forgot about Godfrey, to be honest with you. I shouldn't have, because this is going to be awful. Also, he loud.
It's been a long while, Morgoth.
Should plug a product during the cutscene. Have you tried tap water?
Long and hard didst thou fight,
Sure did.
tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured, the Elden Ring resteth close at hand.
He's Spurnhead. He might have done.
Alas, I am returned.
And I've got a lion on my shoulder. So this time it's different.
To be granted audience once more.
Like how he gets to do an AoE before we've even started the fight.
Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
And my craggy face. Okie doke. This'll be fun. So far he's just walking towards me menacingly. Oh, okay, that has a wider reach than it looked. Yep. Alright, so skipping the Great Rune for the next fight. This, then, Minecraft Bingo might actually make you the best streamer on here. We'll see, we'll see. 'Twas nobly fought. Well, we've got an hour and a half to beat him, Radagon, and Elden Beast, so we'll see if we can finish this today. I also need to take the Golden Scarab off, I just realized. And we're not going to get any mileage out of Cerulean Dagger, really. Maximum stamina, maybe? I didn't have a great deal of, like, talisman options for this run. Fire damage isn't going to be that helpful. We'll need to get the Glintstone Dart going at some stage. But anyway, here we go again. Here I go again on my own. Not close enough for this. I was wondering if he was going to do the thing where he throws his axe. I figured he'd have an answer for me just like standing over there and commenting him. Whoop. Ow. Just walks through the rain. What a Chad. And that's when he does the steppy. Alright. He caught me. I can't remember. Do you have to get him to half health for the second phase, or is it like a full health bar? I think it's half health, right? I feel like Melania is one of the only ones who you beat, and then she has like almost a full recovery for the second phase. And then obviously there's Radagon, followed by Elden Beast, which is always rough, but... Let's try this again with a slightly better setup. There we go. That's what I was expecting him to start with. Mostly because the Phantom Godfrey fight starts that way. I was fully expecting him to open with that. Got me on the rebound. 'Twas nobly fought. You comet azured me from a distance and then cast one other spell. Nobly fought. Yeah, Melania does break all the rules. It's true. Notice how I'm not fighting her on this playthrough. For a couple of reasons, but you know. Is this seriously a cool boss fight? It is. It's an absolutely wicked boss fight. I worry about the second half on this character, but, you know, we'll do what we can. This is where he starts running at me. Yep. Okay, we got a decent mileage out of that. The trick is to have him slowly walk forward through that spell. Okay, now he does the steppy. I'm starting to recognize patterns of the way he does this that I didn't see the first time around, so that's really helpful. We almost got there. How did Fire Giant go? It went pretty well. I summoned Alexander, and that helped. His summon sign is right near the entrance, and yeah, once I did that, I didn't have a problem with Fire Giant. I'd also upgraded pretty heavily at that stage. Seem to be getting closer. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think I need to use Founding Rain of Stars more, because he sort of ignores it, but the problem is keeping him in one place. We'll still open with Comet Azure like we did. Because then he'll run towards me. And now he does the steppy. So once we get out of the range of this, I can at least take a drink, and then get behind him, set up Founding Rain again for when he walks through me, and then Stars of Ruin, keep him at close enough range that he's inside that, and then he backswings. Yeah, I kind of fluffed the dodge there too, so that was my bad. He isn't bothered if you heal right next to him? Yeah, he's not gonna like... He doesn't have any small swings, so he can't really attack with that axe very fast. It's just incredibly damaging and has a lot of AoEs. Maybe we chug Flask and do a longer Comet Azure at the beginning, since I won't really have a chance to chug Flask after that, I don't think. And he mostly stays at range for this part. Oh. Yeah, that was optimistic. A little too optimistic. And that was mistimed. Yeah, I just totally forgot how to dodge during that. Let's kill Radagon first then. Rune level 1 is not easy. Okay, yeah, if you're rune level 1, then that's a whole thing. But if you're at Fire Giant without having killed Radagon, then evidently you've got some skill, so... Okay, so the Chug Comet Azure is actually not that helpful because he gets to you faster than it really ends up being beneficial. It doesn't stun him. So we get to about here, start casting. This misses. Oh. Stay there, bud. Thank you. Okay, thought I was out of radius there, I was not. Huge swings from Godfrey. Oh, I mistimed that, but I got away with it. Which is the first and last time that will be happening. Oh. And then I forgot about that. Okay, that's gonna hit. Garbage. He's more nimble at tracking you than I expected given his size. Yeah, he just has a lot of forward leaps. He's pretty aggressive when it comes to catching you. Obviously, the second phase is worse for that, so I'm not looking forward to it. Love how you're just roasting yourself as you fight him. It's more just like taking mental notes of like, you didn't dodge that well, this is how you could be doing better. Like, give me more stuff to improve upon next time. So this is going to follow up with a Steppy, and we get out of range, so we can heal up. Switch to Founding Rain of Stars. He'll close the gap. I wish he did that axe throw more. It's a lot easier to prepare for. Okay, this is steppy follow-up. Yep. I think, much as I don't want to, I also need to mix some melee in. Can't wait for a faith run. I know. I'm gonna have to probably, if I'm speccing for faith at this point, I will need to have flame art weapons instead of sacred weapons. Because there's no way. With everything at this point basically resisting holy damage, there's no way sacred weapons are going to make it through Radagon and Elden Beast. Absolutely no way, dude. Okay, at this point he's probably not going to let me Comet Azure him again, so... That's right. Close the gap. Get range. Okay, kind of flawless so far, actually, but this is where the flaws begin. Well, that's where the flaw ends, actually. If he has his way with it. Oh. Yikes, let me heal, please. Thank you. Oh, he put that right next to my left ear, actually. Okay, now we're on phase 2. Oh, this part I'm not going to enjoy. You ever just kill a lion with your bare hands? You ever just have a ghost lion keeping you in check so you're not OP?
I've given thee courtesy enough.
Why does bro have a ghost lion keeping him in check, though? I think it's, mostly so that he would talk more politely. It seems to be that way, anyway.
Now I fight as Horaloo. Warrior!
He finally shows up. We heard about you in the intro. And now I barely ever get to heal, so enjoy this. Yep. Get pile drivers. Good. I just don't know how to do this with magic. This is the main problem, is like, he's so aggressive and you're supposed to get like little chips in here and there, and I'm like, how? I feel like it's going to be Swift Glintstone Shard for the second phase, and that's like the only way I can get attacks off. But even then, like, I don't think it's going to be enough. Let me not waste my FP right before a fight. Why am I fighting an entirely different person now? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know how to handle this without maybe summoning, but I just have not upgraded any of my summons, and I don't have any NPC summons here. So we could go back to Roundtable Hold and just upgrade a summon so that he has something else to power bomb, but I mean, it's rough. I also don't have any of the, like, really OP summons. Like, I don't have Black Knife Tish or anybody, so... Why'd I do that? I mean, it worked out kind of okay, but... until it didn't. He fully split me down the middle there. The two halves of my glintstone crown cleft in twain. Lanedale soldiers might be a good pick. Rapid, I have no idea who you're talking about, but I didn't add you on Discord. Like, if somebody else is going around, like, botting, pretending to be me, I'm sorry, but, like, nothing to do with me. Give me a slightly easier pattern now. And then kills me in 3 hits. Yeah, I've got the infinite FP tier on my mixed physic right now, and I don't know if I have the magic shrouding one. But the magic shrouding one only gives you defense against magic, right? Or does it... oh no, I guess it doesn't. Huh, okay. Well, that's something to consider, maybe. Plus 20% magic damage? I mean, that's not nothing. Oh, this one. Didn't even let me do it. Okay, this is step follow-up, and then this, and then... I think I just ran out of stamina to roll there or something. Right. We'll do a couple more attempts and then we might go and get that crystal tear, because I know where that is. It's not that difficult to get. But that plus Comet Azure at the start of this fight might deal enough damage to get us a lot closer to second phase, if not into second phase completely. Okay, this will give us time to get away. Flask. Founding Rain. Set up Stars of Ruin. Oh, mistimed it. Never mind. Didn't do a ton of damage, so... That just didn't let me jump, like I was in the process of getting up when I needed to be jumping. Didn't realize you had to start over at phase 1 if you didn't beat phase 2. Yeah, because it's 1 health bar, so I think that really helps with that. Yeah, let's go grab this real fast, because I'm pretty sure this Erd tree is where you get it. And even with Comet Azure as it currently is, I should just be able to one-shot this guy, so... But the Erd Tree avatars are not having a good time with what's happening to the Erd Tree. Can say hello to the Mausoleum for a second. Also, the amount of particle effects on screen right now, the game is struggling to keep it at a reasonable FPS. How does this challenge work? Do you give yourself the weapon with cheats or just speedrun getting the weapon? The latter. So when it comes to stuff like the next sword we're getting, which is the Alabaster Lord's sword, I have to get to the Lake of Rot and then come back to the rest of the game and still aim to beat the final boss with the weapon that's like the star of the run. Yeah, these guys should be an easy kill at this point. Yikes, that's loud, though. So we'll take out a few of these just so they don't trouble me too much during the fight, even though they won't do a huge amount of damage right now. Oh, didn't mean to cast that at the Erd Tree avatar. It's just a lot of targets. It's a target-rich environment. There we go. The shortest boss fight music you'll hear. There we go. Okay, cool. In that case, back to the Queen's bedchamber and let's give this a try. Giant megaspace laser greater than tree. Yeah, We'll see how well that formula works in the next little while, though. So now we have the Ultra Magic Flask. Let's see if this gets us any closer to beating Godfrey. Again, I maybe need to start using my melee weapon a little bit. But this is the point where I really need the staff to prove itself, you know? Okay, fair. Well, we're dealing a lot of damage. Okay, cool. That got us to second phase quicker, at least. Yeah, we really need to start rolling behind him to try and get more spells off. But I was kind of panicking there a little bit. I'm just not used to his patterns, because I've done this fight maybe like a couple of times ever. So that seemed to work out okay. Back to the Queen's bedchamber, I know, right? There's a really great card game we play occasionally with our friend Michael called Braggart that has a lot of sentences like that. Steppy follow-up, and then another one of these for you. Cool. Not a bad start. We got the spell off, so that should be dealing damage to him. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. And he almost immediately insta-kills me. And then steps on my face. Ah, the worst. Okay. We've got about an hour before we need to wrap up and play Minecraft Bingo, so maybe we'll get through this, maybe we won't, we'll see. Obviously, if we wanted to just cheese it, I'm just going to chug my flask because I forgot to do that at the start. If we want to just cheese it, we could level up the Mimic tier some and see if that will help with second phase of this fight. Point at which he just spams that attack over and over again, I guess. Although, who am I to talk about spamming, really? Oh. He follows you around like that for so long, but it's so easy for him to just, like, fake you out about it. Okay, yep. WWE superstar Horaloo Warrior. Freaking Ultimate Warrior over here. This seems like a difficult game. Almost like some sort of dark soul has made this. This is where I spam Founding Rain of Stars, by the way, just so we're clear. I was too close to the middle of that. Yeah, Elden Ring is definitely one of the more approachable Dark Souls titles, and definitely not the hardest game in the repertoire. Yeah, the second phase is tough when you're not a melee fighter. Like, the whole astrologer playstyle is like, create space, give yourself room to cast, and he just doesn't let you do that. It would help a great deal if I didn't immediately eat his axe at the start of the playthrough, but... the playthrough? You know, at the start of the playthrough where you fight Godfrey. I mean, at the start of the attempt. Okay, so this one is steppy follow-up. And then we run, and then we cast, and then we probably hit second phase? Yeah. Okay, cool. Now we do this, and then we cast Founding Rain of Stars anytime we're close enough. Okay, need to learn to wait for him to be close before you dodge that, because he like slows down in midair and then attacks you. Okay, but I think the first phase is going better. Had the stream open another tab, it's just constantly the choir singing boss music, yeah. Okay, at that point he wasn't even coming near me for this, so that's unfortunate, but he still caught the tail end of that one. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to him then. I was trying to concentrate too much on what I was doing. What's up, Jordan? Alright, we'll do a couple more attempts, and then I'll go and upgrade the Mimic tier, and we'll do a 2v1 fight. And yes, these are his stomping grounds, kind of literally. Dang it. Okay, this should be second phase. Oh, not quite. Close, though. Okay. Now we heal. Stay down. Okay, that doesn't help. It's so much damage all at once. Yeah, the bell-bearing hunters are still worse. What do I have in terms of glovewort? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Great Ghost. I can't remember what you need for all of the upgrades, but I don't have half of them because there's like a whole half of the game underground that I've not really touched. Could get another Comet Azurin when he does the Axe Grand Eruption attack. I could, but sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I've mistimed some of this, I think, but if you can jump into that more frequently, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I just didn't, I didn't hold down Comet Azura at the beginning, and that threw my entire rhythm. No worries, Pee-wee, welcome in. We are playing the last few bosses in Elden Ring, but we are having a little bit of a rough time against this guy. I'm going to throw one Rune Arc into the mix just to have a little bit more health. And we'll see if that makes any difference whatsoever if we reach second phase. Okay, he's not even walking into it yet, which is a concern. But I do have infinite FP at that stage, so okay, and Founding Rain just never hit, I guess. Okay, I got in a couple of melee hits that time. We'll see how well we do. Okay, that time I mistimed both of those. Okay, now we know how to dodge that one. Ah. The problem is you got to roll towards him so you can kind of get behind him, and then his next attack is going to fall, like, in pizza segments around you, instead of the slice you're standing in. But it's always rough when you have like something like a rune arc that you have a finite amount of, and it gets you further in the fight but doesn't take you all the way. Bingo's happening in like 45 minutes. Follow up Steppy. Follow up Steppy again. This is second phase. So, I tried to get around him, but I wasn't locked on, so I didn't really roll behind super well. This is probably going to be the hardest fight in the game for this character. I feel like Radagon is also going to be quite difficult. Elden Beast shouldn't be as much of a problem. But Elden Beast doesn't move around nearly as much as this guy does, so we'll see. Okay, he's not coming over here this time. Yeah, it was buffering my jumps and I meant to start rolling. Radagon parries magic? Depends on the magic. Is he going to parry something like Stars of Ruin that shoots like 50 projectiles at him? Is he going to parry a Comet Azure if he's walking towards me slowly? These are the things we need to find out. That one wasn't worth it.
'Twas nobly fought.
Okay. I think at this stage, I'm going to head back to Round Table Hold, upgrade the Mimic tier a little bit. It's not going to be all the way upgraded because I don't have the Glove Warp for it, but we can always run around grabbing a few of those if it really seems like it's going to make a difference.
I see.
Just having a second set of...
See.
Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Yes, okay. Ghost Glove Warts, and I've got like 3 of those, I think. Okay, I have 4. I have up to 4. Yeah, I think it's not going to make a huge difference for the entire fight, but it might make just a little bit of distraction in the second phase that we can pull it out. Pull off the win a little bit later. Didn't quite get the first arrow through the tree there. There we go. Alright, that should be enough. Where are you? Here you are.
I see.
So we'll go with Mimic tier up to +4, which is a lot, but not entirely what we need for the win. We'll see. Just realized you can upgrade summons with Rodrika. Did you not know that? Once you get her and Hugh talking, then yeah. Yeah, she becomes your spirit tuner. I need to make sure I have my actual weapon equipped. And we'll put the Mimic tier on the pouch. Get out here, and this is where we'll summon it, and they can then get killed because it uses HP instead of FP, which is what I was concerned about. I mostly just don't want the yeah, thanks Mimic tier. I don't want the Mimic tier to draw attention while I'm trying to do the comet in the beginning. I just need a big enough gap and enough health, perhaps more importantly, that I can summon it without it being an issue. Maybe we start out with it anyway and see what happens. What happens is I die pretty quickly. And he's not going to last very long against Godfrey because he doesn't have a whole lot of health being the level that he is, but... just giving him a second target in this phase might be enough. I didn't know when to jump that, and that was rough. But we did get further, I think. Trandir, thank you so much for the 6 months of Tier 1. I don't know what's happened with my event list, but it seems to not be working. Give me a quick second here. Yeah, my Twitch event list is off. Like, it's not updating with new stuff, so really sorry if anybody's subs and bits and stuff haven't been acknowledged. Alright, we'll start with Mimic Tier this time. Drink this. Drink this. And now we comet. Okay, he's doing the comet move as well, so... Okay, whew. And now I'm looking in a little bit rough shape health-wise, but I can probably heal twice. Okay, Mimic Tear got absolutely bodied. Create an opening to get my magic back. This is the one I always have trouble avoiding. Yes! Oh, okay. We got there. Oh, Juicy Tinks, thanks so much for the raid. You came in right as we beat that boss. Gosh, you missed a lot of struggle there. Oh, and honestly, the Mimic Tier only being level 4 and getting killed at the start of that second phase, I'm actually kind of happy with that. I am entirely fine with that. We're going to put at least one more point into mind, I think, for this next fight. I'm going to go run to the bathroom real quick because I've been busting for the last little while, and then we will have a go at Radagon. If we don't get as far as Elden Beast and complete the playthrough, then in about half an hour we are going to be playing some Minecraft Bingo, so I might step away for 5 minutes in between just to get a cup of tea and stuff. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a second. Okay. We've now got half an hour to do a very big, difficult boss fight. Let's do it. I should not need to worry about much else. We do have Horolu's Remembrance. I don't know if that's going to get us, like, 90k runes. Let's bust a couple of birds. If it doesn't, yeah, that's going to get us 30k runes. You know what? Being level 142 is not going to make much difference. Let's go, let's go. Obviously, we got our chug options. Let's attempt to become the Elden Lord. Best boss fight music in the game coming up? I know. There they are. Both of them somehow. First try, here we go. Don't jinx me. I'm going to do something stupid like Comet Azura immediately. Here he is. If we don't do stupid stuff while gaming, what's the point? I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, he really does parry magic in quite a significant way, huh? That's hilarious. Doesn't parry it from above, though, does he? Okay, so Founding Rain of Stars is going to be the MVP for this one, I think. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be easy. But I didn't realize he could, like, continuously parry that spell. That's wild. Imagine if he just pulls out an umbrella. An umbrella would be so funny. Okay, no cutscene for us this time. It's raining in here. What you gonna do about it, big man? Turns out that's what he's gonna do about it. How's the weather up there? Yeah, I need to remember this guy's patterns. And once again, I think Stars of Ruin might be a more effective spell. Because they look to parry or dodge while you're casting. And this you cast and then the stuff flies around and you move away. Be kind of curious to see if it works. Okay, that's working pretty effectively, I think. Ow. So, okay. Got hit real hard in the face with a hammer. It's gonna happen. Freaking posing next to my corpse. Yeah, stars definitely ruins him. Okay, good. Good. Again, the problem here, though, is finding an opening to cast that. I will do my best. Okay, and he is parrying. He's like, I'm fine with you casting as long as I can hit you in the face with a hammer afterwards. Like that, for example. Yeah. Again, this is my lack of experience with the end game bosses rearing its ugly head. And once again, this is a place where Mimic Tear is probably not going to help much because he's just going to get hit over the head several times and then perish. I have all of these good spells saved up for the Elden Beast. Okay, so bait out a few of those attacks, maybe? Barely effective as a healing spell or a healing flask. All of these are things that I think I'm going to be able to successfully roll away from, and yet somehow... Gave him a little tap. And he gave me a tap in return. Wasn't really going to work with no health flasks left. His magic resistance has increased midway. No, he's just parrying. Anytime you see his like shadowy arm up like this, he's parrying. And a little bit of damage will get through, but he's effectively blocking. What's up, Evil Shadow? We've reached the final boss of the game, so I'm doing pretty well. But it looks like we're not going to be able to finish this today, unfortunately. Which just means we get to start the next one with a bunch of attempts on this boss and then hopefully start our new character. But this is the final gauntlet of Elden Ring, and it is incredibly difficult. I was rolling past you. Are we killing Ganon? Basically, yes. Elden Ganon. Get the Mimic tier properly online? I mean, maybe. We'll maybe start with it here and see if it's enough of a distraction that it helps. Because if I can at least get to Elden Beast, then at least it becomes about pattern recognition and avoiding big attacks, which I'm slightly better at than this stuff. For whatever reason, like, I can't time my dodges of stuff like that particularly well. Well, we just dealt a lot of damage, so that's further than we got before. You just can't be standing on that. Yeah, the Mimic got totaled pretty quickly, but again, just spam casting that spell is helpful. Looks like the final fight in Skyward Sword. I haven't played Skyward Sword. I've only played like 3 or 4 Zelda games. So I don't have that point of reference, but if you say so, I'll believe you. Does he have a second phase? No. Once you fight him, basically another boss appears, but you don't get to, like, refill any of your spells or anything, so... Oh, just wasted a health flask on that. So Mimic tier is now dead. Although I think I got some FP back from that, weirdly. I'm like, I didn't kill him. Yeah. Yeah, the second boss is basically the second phase of the fight, yeah. Let me just say I'm looking forward to fighting with a sword again. Right now we have a dagger. And a lot of magic, and that's about it. Just as I was going to ask if the Mimic tier had any healing. Alright, we'll do 2 more attempts, probably. And then we do have to get ready for bingo, so we'll probably call it after that. Oh, he got me. This is chaotic. The visuals here are a lot. We made it this far. I have one heal left, which I've managed to use okay, but then he does the combo. Okay. Not a terrible attempt. There's just a lot going on. If only it was faster to summon the Mimic Tier like mid-fight. I feel like I might last a little bit longer. Closer, a little bit closer. Yeah, it is a shame we don't have somebody a little bit more adept with physical attacks and also distractions like Black Knife Tish. I was expecting him to stay on the ground when I had that spell prepped, and I decided to follow through. Yeah, it's not about the roll. It's about the timing of the roll. All right, last attempt for today, and then I will briefly take a break, go get some tea, and then we'll be back for the bingo stream. Didn't expect me to play a magician? Well, that's the point of this playthrough, is that neither did I. It's all about my timing on that last one. Yeah, we were both too close. And he charges a steppy. Alright. So there's maybe a little bit more I can do to prep Mimic Tier or a different summon between now and tomorrow, but I think we will call it there for today. We made some pretty decent progress, all told. We got through all of Farum Azula, we got right up to the final boss, and if we do some prep and have a couple of solid attempts, then we should be able to start our next character on tomorrow's stream. But for now, folks, that is where we're going to leave RNG Stone. 18 hours is still a pretty short playthrough. Probably the shortest playthrough I will have done if we manage to beat the game in the next couple of hours worth of gameplay. We'll see. But folks, I'll be back after this. Probably give me about 10 minutes, and I'm going to go make some tea, and then we're going to do a bingo stream with the Wigglers. So, see you in a bit. I'll be back soon, so I'm not going to raid anybody. Catch you in a sec. Bye.